This is the setup video for section 5.1, problem number 11. Suppose that Farmer Brown has 180 feet of fence and wants the pen to adjoin to the whole side of the barn as shown below. What should the dimensions be for maximum area? Note that x is between 0 and 40 in this case. All right, so we have this drawing here, right? So x is this distance, which means x is this distance as well. Y is this distance, which means this whole thing is also y. But remember, we don't need fence to be along the barn, so we only need fence right here. And so this distance would actually be y minus 100. All right, so now we want to maximize area. All right, so area of this rectangle would be very simple, x times y. All right, so that's great, but we can't maximize a because we have two variables there. So now we need to think about, I have 180 feet of fence. So that means the perimeter of the fencing that I need would be, well, I have x, a y, an x, and then a y minus 100. Remember, I don't need any fence there. All right. All right, so my perimeter would be x plus x, so that's two x's, and then plus the y, the long side here, and then I have plus another y minus 100. And so, remember, the perimeter, the total amount of fencing we have is 180 feet of fence, so that's going to equal 2x plus 2y minus 100. All right, so then what would we do? Well, we're going to get rid of either x or y in our area. All right, and so we would solve this for x or y and then substitute in so that we have area as a function of just x or just y. Now, let me make one small note to you. All right, the domain is 0 to 40. Why is that? Well, you're told that he wants the pen to adjoin to the whole side of the barn. So that means that if I have the barn here, I can't have a pen like this, right, that doesn't cover up the whole side of the barn. All right, so what does that mean? Well, that means that x can be only as large as 40, right? Because, well, why is that? If x is 40 and 40 here, then I only have 100 feet of fence left, which would be how big y would need to be to cover the whole side of the barn. All right, and so this is another critical number test question. Okay, so make sure you remember that domain when you're going through this problem.